Just imagine, you are in an unfamiliar city. How to find an idea for a shoot, come up with a plot, and capture a photo that will be featured in the best photos of the day on the Vogue magazine website. In this series, we kick off our art expedition challenge in the city of Arequipa in amazing Peru. You'll see how we try to find models among random passers-by and how ideas for art shoots are born. I'm not afraid to improvise, and you don't be afraid either. Hi, my name is Julia Buruleva. I'm an art photographer, traveler, and the creator of the Art Expedition Project. This project is where I bring together my two main passions in life, art photography and exploring unique places and people around the planet. Our releases are not just travel diaries, but primarily stories about creating art photography during journeys, involving professional and amateur models, random fellow travelers, locals, or even taking self-portraits when there are no other models around. On my Art Expedition channel, you'll witness the story of a grand adventure, the goal of which is to create art. Let's dive in. The backpack is packed to the brim, mainly with photo and video equipment, wires, and chargers. I had to keep clothing to a minimum. So, I flew out of Barcelona, and my partner Irina, with whom we'll be spending this art expedition together, flew out from New York. We decided to meet in Lima, the capital of Peru, and start this journey together from there. Not the best window view in my life.
Мне прислали видосы из солончака Уюни в Боливии, в который мы собираемся, и специально выбирали сезон дождей, чтобы поснимать именно солончак, покрытый водой. Прислали фотки, где воды вообще никакой нет, то есть там какая-то засуха, видимо, непонятно, что там будет через неделю, когда мы до туда доберемся.
И вот мы наконец-то в Лиме воссоединились, и наше путешествие начинается.
The main goal of my first art expedition is the world's largest salt flat, the Uyuni salt flat in Bolivia. So why didn't we fly there straight away? Well, because this place is located at an altitude of almost 4,000 meters above sea level, and the risk of altitude sickness upon sudden arrival at this height is very high. That's why we set aside a whole week for acclimatization and adaptation. From Lima to Arequipa, we decided to take the bus. And although this route takes a whopping 18 hours, it didn't scare us off. From our first trip to South America, we remembered that buses here are super comfortable. If you buy the more expensive seats, you can feel like you're in the business class of an airplane, with comfortable wide seats that recline to 160, 180 degrees, where you can easily get some sleep. After jet lag and a transatlantic flight, I slept very soundly. I woke up on the bus at dawn to the sound of the Pacific Ocean. With such landscapes, time flew by unnoticed. Almost the entire journey, the bus follows the coastline, and this route offers endless views to admire. Sleepy. Irina doesn't want to look at any Pacific Ocean, which stretches so beautifully here to the right. Along the way, local cevicherias flash by, small cafes where they prepare ceviche, a dish made from raw fish, probably the most popular dish in Peru, and one of my favorite dishes in the world. I'm almost ready to make a separate film about it. Maybe call it something like The Root of Ceviche, and simply spend a month by the Pacific Ocean, tasting ceviche in hundreds of eateries and restaurants. Finally, we're in Arequipa. We're going to spend half a day here today and the whole day tomorrow. During this time, I hope we'll be able to adapt a bit to the altitude and recover from jet lag. Well, and not to waste time, I'm ready for some creative warm-up. Well, maybe not ready, but I have to be.
Так, ну мы только что 18 часов в автобусе ночном провели. Подозреваю, что выглядим отвратительно.
Выглядим как чучело и тушка. Как-то так. В общем,
мы в Арекипе.
мы в Арекипе пробуем пиво Добле Мальта Кускеньо.
Что-то локальное.
Cheers. Cheers.
Today, we'll head straight to the city center, take a look around, and see if we can find some subjects for shooting and what kind of shoot it might be. There are no preparations, it will be pure creative improvisation.
Состояние, конечно, хотя всего 2500 метров высота сейчас, но просто вот голова кругом, ничего не соображаю вообще.
My attention is drawn to a man with a megaphone who's humming strange songs. The thought occurs to me, why not shoot some video art with him, standing, for example, in the middle of the desert, singing his shamanic songs through the megaphone? We decide to approach him. It turns out that the songs are not shamanic, but about Jesus. However, when performed by the Peruvian, everything sounds like shamanic chants.
El día que muere se va al cementerio, de polvo a polvo. El actual va a ser espiritual como Dios que tiene vida eterna. Después empieza del cielo.
Then I saw a man in a giant robot costume and imagined such a scene, in my favorite style of nude self-portrait. He stands in the middle of the desert landscape and I, naked, hug him, facing away from the camera, creating a miniature naked body against the backdrop of a huge robot.
¿Dónde es que para, por ejemplo, trabajar con usted durante una hora más o menos, aquí o en algún otro sitio? ¿Cuánto cuesta más o menos?
Mira, el costo es de 250 soles por hora.
¿Y cuánto es? Más o menos.
Es dependiendo qué lugares escojamos.
Ajá.
Pero mira,
Por ejemplo, cerca de...
fuera de ciudad,
Pero
un
cerca
sitio
de
más
ciudad.
cercano de ciudad.
В общем, мы пришли на главную площадь Арекипы с утра пораньше, чтобы найти безумного деда, который вчера мне показался очень колоритным, и я хотела его поснимать, и он сказал, что будет с утра здесь на площади чистить ботинки. Мы обошли всех дедов, которые чистят ботинки, нашего среди них нет, короче. Остался рабочий вариант, пока только робот, с которым мы вроде как договорились.
Vale, de acuerdo. De acuerdo. Un momento, por favor, voy a ver las fotos. Un momentito.
А робот прислал фотки.
Mira aquí. Что это такое? Не понимаю, какие-то машины.
Короче, робот тоже свалил куда-то в неизвестном направлении, переписывался с нами, и пропал. Но Южная Америка, тут, конечно, сложно с планированием, чего бы то ни было.
Но зато появились на площади другие потенциальные модели. Человек в костюме зайца, человек в костюме медведя.
Но это не так сексуально.
So it's already noon. Unfortunately, both options didn't work out, and I started looking around again for a plot. And I saw that in the center of the square, several of my photographer colleagues were busy shooting tourists. They were all wearing these weird photo vests in identical shirts and hats, and an image popped into my head. Capture them all together as some kind of Siamese photo twins.
Да, пытаемся поговорить с фотографами.
Hacemos fotos de las personas de profesiones diferentes que trabajan y nos gustaría hacer como retratos de esas personas.
Unfortunately, the photographers turned out to be not very motivated by art, although I must admit we motivated them not by art, but by money. The woman declined because she had a child here. The man was okay with it if the other colleagues agreed. The colleagues said, maybe tomorrow, but not today. but tomorrow we should already be hundreds of kilometers away from Arequipa at Lake Titicaca. So this option, unfortunately, did not work out. Time was running out, and the chances to spontaneously find an idea for a photo shoot were even slimmer. But as we say, in any uncertain situation, go eat ceviche. And so we headed back to the market. This time, in addition to ceviche, I noticed a large flower shop. There were live and artificial flowers, everything so bright and kitschy. And I thought, okay, we can try to find a picturesque character in authentic Peruvian clothing and take a photo against this floral background to make it totally eye-catching, doubled kitsch. And I remembered that we had seen Peruvian women in traditional clothing with little llamas several times on the street. They would fit perfectly into this scene. So we set out to find such a woman with a llama.
Sí, pero la caminada es ir diferente y regresar, porque yo camino solo por acá.
Vale, pues, ¿qué le gustaría?
No sé cuánto me puede darme, pero...
¿10 soles sería bien?
No.
¿Cuánto?
50.
50 es demasiado.
Sí, no.
20.
No puedo ir.
I've never ridden in a taxi with 2 llamas before.
Soy Julia. ¿Y tú cómo te llamas?
Como Julia.
It wasn't exactly my dream shoot, but it turned out colorful, authentic overall. Not bad for a warm-up. I didn't expect it, but this photo ended up being featured in the best photos of the day on Vogue Italia's website. A small success, but still a success, and it's uplifting.
Я ж губы не накрасила. Я ж все это время...
Oh, it's our robot again. Shouldn't we tell him what we think about his disappearance? We ask his assistant if it's still the same person. Turns out there's a different man inside the costume today. Good thing we didn't come at him with complaints. These guys could have been great subjects for shooting too, but unfortunately, we have a bus to catch in a couple of hours, and we still need to back up all the footage we've shot. Our next overnight bus will take us to the city of Puno, where we'll arrive at 4 a.m. and from there, straight to Bolivia, to the town of Copacabana on Lake Titicaca. In my opinion, just because of the name Titicaca, the favorite geographical name of all school children in the world, it's worth watching our next episode. But no, not just because of that. I'll tell you how, in the Bolivian wilderness, I captured a shot that made it into the picture of the day on Vogue Italia's website, how we searched for props and model, and how we ended up on a wild island where life hasn't changed for centuries.
Очень хочется есть и пить, а нам еще далеко.
Мне кажется, мы зря затеяли это восхождение. Рубль 52.
Subscribe to the Art Expedition channel and we promise more madness and adventures for the sake of art. And don't forget to click the bell so you don't miss the next episodes. While we're fueled by pure enthusiasm, traveling, production, and the team require resources, please support the Art Expedition. Click the link in the channel description and tap on Buy Me a Coffee. It's a quick and easy way to contribute any amount of money without registration, subscription, or complicated transfers. All funds will go towards creating art.